Hey everybody, quick video on some of the things that you can do to keep your house safe and maintained during this major snowfall that we just got here in Blakely. We got about 12 inches or so. And some things that we want to pay attention to are the ice dams on a roof. That's probably the biggest one. So what happens here is at the bottom of a roof, you could end up with an ice dam that is the result of a bunch of snow building up on a big storm like we just had. And it's also because of heat escaping through the maybe uninsulated or not so well insulated attic space. So what happens is that roof surface warms up on the bottom side and everything on the bottom melts. And what happens is it reaches this eave or this soffit area where it's cold. So it's no longer in that heated area. And over time, that thawing and freezing builds a dam on this bottom side of the roof. So what you need to do to prevent that is just take a roof rake like this one from Avalanche and rake off the bottom maybe 3 to 6 feet of the roof, and that will allow all of this to drain and not hit this cold spot if you do have an attic space that's not so well maybe insulated. So that's one thing important to do. Another thing that we have is also some of our exhaust areas from maybe our heating units. I want to make sure that they're not covered in snow. You can see mine has some icicles here built up. I'm going to clear that off. We obviously don't want the system to shut down in the cold weather, and we don't want carbon monoxide maybe backing up into the home. So that's also important to take care of that. Might have mini split units like this one. I just shoveled everything out from around it. Just make sure that all these areas are cleared out and the fans can run and function properly. You might be depending on that for your heating source. We have like a window well here. You can see this window well is quite covered in snow. We want to clear those areas off, obviously let them drain, and we just don't want snow and ice harming anything. So over time, those things can happen as this melts. You could have damage occur, so clear all that off. And then another area here is, you could see my end wall where my roof meets my siding. It's up against the windowsill. It's almost covering the dryer vent. So I want to make sure that your dryer vents are not covered, or, you could run the dryer and you could have a fire, or, the dryer could just stop on you and you won't know why. So things like that, you want to make sure that they're cleared out. And the end wall, make sure that, any areas that snow is up against the siding, up against windowsills, if that house is warmer than, the outside, if there's any air or heat escaping, you could have some melting occur and then leaking, working its way back in, kind of like a roof dam or an ice dam on a roof, same concept. So make sure that all those things are cleared out. And then the last thing would be, downspouts. I have this downspout goes eventually to the road. So I want to make sure that all of those daylight drains that go out to the road are cleared, because when this does start to melt, I don't want that to back up on me. I want it to be able to drain freely. Other things such as, patio drains. If you have a drain in your patio, make sure that that's all cleared out, because if that bottom layer of ice, if it ices up on that bottom layer, then everything that's going to drain isn't going to be able to drain. You're basically going to create a swimming pool, and all the surrounding areas are going to eventually kind of fill up with water. So that's important to make sure that we kind of clear all these things after a big snow like we just had. Maintain our homes. It's difficult. It's not easy. Living in Northeast PA is clearly not so easy when we get a foot of snow, but it's what we need to do to take care of our homes and take care of our families, make sure everything is functioning correctly. Be safe doing this. Obviously, we do not want to climb on icy roofs. That's very important. Do not do that. Get a snow rake like Avalanche. Call a professional if you need help. If you do end up with ice dams, what you're going to notice, the first thing you're going to notice is icicles building up. So icicles are one of the first indicators that you have an ice dam forming. You want to make sure that you get that cleared away. But what you don't want to do, like I said, number one, you don't want to climb up on it and risk falling. That's number one. Number two, you do not want to chop the ice, because what you're going to do is you're going to chop through the ice, and then you're going to chop your shingles, and you're going to ruin all of your shingles, and you're going to need a new roof. So what you need to do is either, you're going to have to just kind of allow that to melt. Maybe you can rake some of it off, break up some of the icicles. Or if it's really bad and you're starting to see things like leaks inside or signs of leaks, then you can get it steamed off. So there's steamers that are made specifically for that. Again, call a professional for work like that. You could cause more harm than good trying to deal with those things. And then in the springtime, if you do have ice dams, then that's your opportunity, to address some of those things. Or even, if you can access your attic now, you could add insulation in those areas to stop the ice damming. So that's pretty much it. A couple tips on taking care of our house and our homes while, we have a foot of snow, and keeping everything safe and secure and nice and tidy. So hopefully that helps, and stay warm because it is cold.